Hey, good morning. So this message and video is for you if you need the reminder this morning that fear is a liar. I'm also here to tell you that you need it anyway. Confusing, I know, but that just tells me you're in exactly the right place. My name is Tammy, and this is the Magdalene Center for Healing and Holistic Wellness, and this is our first episode of what we're calling Seeing with the Eye of the Heart. I was drawn this week to a quote from Marianne Williamson. It's one of my favorites. It's probably one of her most famous quotes attributed to her. That goes like this: "Our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our greatest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure." And I remember the first time I heard this, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, that's it. But I realized that it's true, kinda. The part that's missing in Marianne's quote is the recognition that fear, the word fear in both parts of those two sentences that make up the quote, tells us that it's coming from the egoic mind. Fear is a construct that the soul does not understand. The soul is not of fear. It doesn't understand fear. The soul is the great I am. It is stillness. It is peace. It is attached to the spirit of all things that is limitless. So the idea of fear is completely foreign. What we're actually saying, what Marianne was saying to us without saying it, was not that we are fearing our power or fearing our inadequacy. That's the ego reminding us that we might be that, which therefore prevents us from understanding how to embody the very power we already know we have. So this nuance is so important and so pivotal, because it helps us to see and to hear the difference of what it means to speak from the ego, fearing inadequacy, fearing power, versus if this quote was from the soul would say, you are not inadequate. You are exactly enough. You are, in fact, attached, connected to the spirit of all things, which makes you limitless. In the way of the Magdalene, we work to connect this part of us, the ego, that creates these stories, these fear tactics to keep us small and afraid of the truth. Not afraid of our power, afraid of what it means and what it takes to become powerful. The soul waits for that integration. It waits for us to connect this part of us, the human, the ego, to itself, where the ego can rest. It can become acquainted with this idea of limitlessness, and for it not to be threatened by it, but for it to understand that the soul is its greatest asset. Fear, ego, now becomes a tool. We take our power back from fear, and we use it as a trigger, as a reminder that if we are feeling fear, it means we are disoriented, disconnected from the truth. The truth that the soul is, that we are powerful, that we are limitless, that we are loved. And so when we reconnect them, reorient back to love, we remember. And everything else, the illusion of the fear that we thought we had, falls away. This is what we do with the Magdalene Center. This is what it means to walk the way of the Magdalene. Ego, soul, integration, fully human. More info in the bio.